Well. What are you dropping off?
Got some motors.
Motors and
Got
stuff.
some work for you.
This is the engine out of your car.
This is out of the gasser.
Out of the gasser.
Correct.
The one you drove.
Yep.
That is
Out of the AFX.
out of the AFX.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. And Dewey back here already.
Dewey is already in mid-level inspection. He's on the food hunt right now, so he hunts for food first.
He's good at that.
Attention later. You should see him. He was crawling underneath the tie downs, in between the tie downs. It's kind of funny. He looked like those guys in the spy movies, you know, where they're like
the laser
crawling
beams.
under the laser beams. Except he was just pushing every laser beam out of the way.
Right. He would've been mad.
All right, mission accomplished. 2 engines on the cart. Add them to the list of stuff to do. Yeehaw. Thanks. Let's go to Taco Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday.
All right.
Tomorrow.
We're going to Taco Tuesday. Clark has no official seating. He's cargo right now.
We call that VIP seating back there.
That's the VIP seating.
Right.
Cargo area. Gotta love it. All right, it's Taco Tuesday for dog too. Let's see what we got here. We got 1 taco. Wait for it. Back up. Back up. Back up. Oh, yummy, yummy. Taco Tuesday. Alrighty, so this is Bailey's 57 Chevy gasser engine that EJ drove. So EJ dropped this off. You saw that at the beginning. And EJ will be here for dyno probably to take it back with her. So this thing was so like new. I mean, we didn't even rehone it. The crosshatch was like, it was obviously brand new. So they probably just had the 6 summer on it and it didn't do any damage at all. But Tom wanted to change this over from a flat tappet solid to a hydraulic roller. So we get a hold of Isky cams, and Isky sent Tom, and I deal with Isky too, so I mean, I deal with Nolan and all those guys at Isky too. So I call up Nolan and say, hey, I need a hydraulic roller for a small block Chevrolet for Bailey's deal. And he goes, okay, what do you want? And I go, I don't know. I said, I'll tell you what. It is a little out of my normal now. I mean, I can come up with something, but why don't you just send me what you think works? So he sent us what he figures is going to work, and came with valve springs that Cody's over there putting the cylinder heads together. So they come with retainers, keepers too, or just springs?
Springs, retainer, keepers. There's some more stuff underneath the
Dang.
shop.
Oh wow! Look at that. Even cut. Man, he sent us a whole kit.
Yeah.
Huh.
Everything.
Look at that. And a cam button, the whole deal. So a retrofit hydraulic roller for a small block Chevrolet. Push rods too. So we'll measure those up actually and see, make sure they work. But I imagine they would. They probably got it figured out. And then they send us like 15 pages of directions. Oh, look at this. It's installing a Iskandarian camshaft.
With and without the right tools too.
Really?
Yeah, so you got to do it without all the fancy equipment.
Okay. Well, look at that. That's like a down. Now that's a positive piston stop right there. Put a plate on it with a bolt. That's no messing around. So, anyways, I will probably not read the directions. But I might make Cody read directions in his spare time. He can read up on this. But the camshaft, 234, 246, 282, 294 advertised. So that was probably something a little bit similar to the old. There used to be gosh, it's been a really, really long time since I did this stuff. They had in Comp Cam's catalog, it was a 280H or 282. So anyways, that's a little bit bigger than that. So I think this is actually going to be a nice camshaft. It's pretty darn close to what I would have chosen. So good job, guys, over there. And anyways, just we're gonna finish this thing up. You see Cody putting it the rest of the way together, so we'll put the camshaft in it, degree the camshaft, put it in at, yeah, probably put it in at like 106. So 110 degrees of lobe separation. Lobe center. No, that's a lobe center. Let's install that. I have to relook at that. Anyways, we're gonna put this, I'll show you everything that's all going on here, and then we're gonna dyno this thing. NA. This very well could be, what's the lowest? We've had 500 on the dyno, like 490 something. How much did yours make NA? Kyle's little engine made 380 NA. Pitiful. But no, it's actually pretty good because it's all boosted. We'll see what this thing makes. It'll be kind of interesting. Haven't had an NA small block Chevrolet across the dyno in quite a while. So, stay tuned. So, Kyle just corrected me. That was on the original 5.0 engine, NA. This engine, the current engine in this car, NA, makes 700 horsepower.
Correct.
Yes, he doesn't want me to let that up. Anybody to think that it's any less than what it is, right? Yeah, right. All right. so you've got everything installed. You've just seen EJ showed up.
Hi.
Hi. And I just noticed, so one of the things we had to do was we had to re-separate it, because as I was putting the timing mark on, I go, oh, wait a minute, this is external balanced, and 99.9% of all my stuff is internal balance. So we had to separate it, and you put this balance plate back here, which simulates the weight on the flex plate. Then I was checking fuel as EJ was setting fuel pressure, and I go, squirt, squirt, yep, cool. Went back here, went, oh, sorry. There we go. Went back here and went squirt, squirt, and uh-oh, no squirty. So EJ, grab a Allen wrench out of those little sets over there, and we need to take this little Allen screw out of right there. So we're showing EJ how stuff works. How stuff works.
Tight, loose.
Huh?
Tight or loose?
Loose, because we gotta take it off. Okay. So what there is there's a little plunger that's in here, and it probably is stuck. So we need to, hold on, yeah, don't lose that either. So there's a little needle in there. It's probably corroded up, stuck, so we'll jam a screwdriver in the hole until it frees up. So there's a little Allen seat there. Well, it does not want to move anything there. Let me think how we're gonna free that up. It feels right. Hi. All right. We're gonna have to figure this out. I'll have EJ put the camera down for a second.
Okay.
I talked about that the accelerator pump's not working, and so we're gonna tear this thing apart. Figure out what in the French toast. What's going on? Huh? What, the French toast? I did that somewhere else. Alright, so take this off. This here is your fuel bowl. This is a float right here. So and it's about the right height. So when it's like this, fuel flows in. Carburetor tech. You've ever seen this before? Most people don't. So fuel flows in through the needle and seat right here. Comes in, sprays in the bowl, and then as it's just like a toilet float. And as it gets full, it shuts the needle and seat off and stops flowing fuel. So that is working fine. And then this is the accelerator pump. So when you give it gas, it goes, shoots fuel like that right there. So it's supposed to shoot it through the block and then up here and then out there. So something is plugged in the interim there, in between. There we go. Okay, I felt it move. So this is a metering block. It meters your fuel. Those are jets, so we'll probably be changing some jets. More fuel, bigger hole, more fuel. Smaller hole, less fuel. Alright. So see, here's that little channel that the accelerator pump squirts out of. Right there. That's right there. That is not going anywhere. There you go. There's that needle and seat. So the needle and seat's not stuck. Come up here and zoom in on it. This is the needle, or the needle that goes in the accelerator pump. Keeps it from backfeeding, basically. So that is not blocked or stuck. So we'll go ahead and put that accelerator pump back on there, because that's all fine. There's something wrong with this metering block. It is unhappy. So it's got something plugging it. Aha! Okay. to fix that. So what has happened is, so they drill this little hole right here. In order to get the fuel up to the middle of the block from down here, they drill this cross passage all the way down. And then they drill this way. There's no plug in there. So when it shoots fuel, or when it hits fuel right here, it just goes boop, just puts it out right through there instead of pushing it through the other hole. So I need another set screw. That is pretty small. I think we already got something like that. So now we put the plug in there. See, plug. Teeny weeny plug. All right. And now it will, when I blow in here, it should blow out there. Oh, it does. Okay. All right. And then now flip this little linkage arm. So when you take a fuel bowl off, this is your accelerator pump arm. This is linkage, and this is actually the arm. So it's, yes. Thank you. It's a multi-person job. This is a bent whistle.
It's supposed to be bent.
Yes. Okay, kind of get it all in there, because if you put this together and it's not there, then obviously your accelerator pump does not work. Similar to what it already was doing, which was not working. Go hit the fuel pump switch off there and just go like that.
Like what?
Ring. No, you got that's ring. No, you got ring. No, I don't. Yeah, now you're cooking. All right. Oh, squirty squirt. Yeah, squirting. Ready, set. There you go. Okay, so that's working. So this is super old school. Doesn't even have an ignition box in it. So it looks like they had the module hook up to both sides of the coil. I don't even know if I have a coil like that around here. Let me think here. I used to. The moment you've been waiting for has happened. Dewey shirts are here. Also, as you're looking at that Dewey shirt, we also have hats. This is the new revised date night hat, I call it. Nice enough for people to understand that you're a motorsport racing guy, but nice enough to take your wife out. Right, wife? Oh, she dived out of the picture. Have all this other stuff. Oh, shoot. Women's tank tops, all that other kind of stuff. But anyways, the Dewey shirts, go to a website. They're pre-order only, because I don't know how many people are really wanting them. I mean, people say they want them, but I don't know. And we're going to do stickers for it, too. So go check it out. If you want to get a shirt, just pre-order. It's all set up there online. So we had to hook up the coil and get the little directions for it. So we're going to do a first start. Go hit the button, EJ.
The button?
The button.
There's a couple buttons.
Oh, you gotta hit a couple buttons. All right, so we're gonna.
Oh, the start button maybe?
Well, the start button, but this is one of those buttons is turn on the ignition system, and then this will be fuel pump. We don't need to turn that on just yet. So let's go ahead and hit the start button. I already gave it a little bit of fuel, so I'll hit the start. All right, so I'll go in and I'll have EJ throw on a pair of earmuffs and she can go in and check the timing. All right, so all you gotta do here, so when we do this, we'll just set up total timing. I really don't care where it's idling at. This has, we'll take this gasket off too. You wanna pick that up, please? Thanks. We set total timing on it. So we'll want to have this total timing with that orange marker right there. We'll loosen up the distributor and turn it to wherever it is. Now you have to rev it up because it has a mechanical advance on it. So at low RPM, it has lower timing. So when you crank it, it has low timing. You rev it up to it's pretty light, probably 2,500 or so, and it's got full timing. That way when you're driving down the road, it's kind of fluttering around there too a little bit. When you're here, and I'll help you for a second. So all I do is just push this top button, ding, and I'll rev it up. And you'll see when it's up just idling, it'll idle over here. The timing mark will be way over here, and I'll rev it up, and the timing mark will go down there. Okay. So I got the start speed set up there. So you go roll in, wide open throttle, and then as soon as it's like sitting there nice, then keep it wide open throttle. Just hold the button. Hold the button down. As long as you're holding the button down, it's gonna sweep. Okay. And then you're gonna watch the tachometer right up here, and we'll just go to like 5,000 RPM for the first one. Okay. How many RPM did you run it in the car?
The tach was not working.
Oh, that's right.
So
Tach didn't work. You don't know.
Yeah.
Well, the tach works here. At least currently. All right. So we'll go ahead. You'll hit that button, start. Okay. You get your little nerves all settled down.
Right. I got the first time jitters.
Yep. You get the jitters all done.
Okay.
We'll turn on the water pump. I'll make sure the dyno's working. And then you just roll into it. Wide open throttle. Yep, all the way.
Hold it down to
Then hold the button and watch the RPMs go up. Okay? But let it settle in there first for like 2 seconds. Like 1, 2. Hold the button down. Okay? Alright. Alright. Ignition. Fuel pump. Start. Don't hold the button down so long. Okay. Alright. Now once you just push the throttle a couple times to kind of feel how it is. And rub, kind of feel how hard. Good. Alright. So, go ahead. We'll go wide open. Wide open throttle. So what you do is when you let go of the button, pull back at the same time. So like, okay. Turn that water pump off. Yep. Turn it off. Easy. Yep. First pull, just up to 5,100 RPM, 594 horsepower. That's not bad. That's not bad. Yeah, that's not too shabby bad. Oh, I gotta correct some stuff here. Hold on. There, corrected it down just a little bit. But still, that's still pretty darn good. It's gonna lay over up here somewhere because it just won't shouldn't rev past 6,500 or so. And let's look at, so that's at timing that I know that these motors always take. So we're at the 34 degrees of timing. Probably takes actually it's a little closer to 36. So that's real normal timing for it. What we can do is we'll look at O2, even though I don't think we had the O2 on. We didn't have this other switch on, did we?
No.
Okay, so we didn't have the O2 on. But we'll go in there and do a real quick look at the spark plug and see what that looks like. Yep, 90 pounds oil pressure. That's pretty good. So we can put them in my handy dandy spark plug holder, available at SteveMorrisEngines.com. All right, so actually the timing looks pretty good. So we read the timing. So what you don't want to see is, let's see here, how to explain this to you. So you read timing, how much timing is in the engine, how much it requires. If this black ring, see how this black ring was black all the way up here? That would mean it doesn't have enough timing in it. If this wasn't black at all, was the same color as this all the way around, and maybe it even started nibbling on it, like burning it off, that's way too much timing, it's way too hot. Okay. This looks pretty good right off the bat. I would have figured they had the carburetor pretty well set. They've already, because they were running before you got it, didn't they?
Yeah, it was a bracket car.
Oh, it was a bracket car, yeah. Yeah, I just had it plugged up, something's plugged up in that. Okay, so that is over there, and then this plug looks pretty good too. So you see that little black line right there?
Yep.
Compared to that one?
Yeah.
So we could, since we can't adjust individual cylinder timing or individual fuel, we kind of have to balance things, because we would typically add a little bit of timing, or we would take a little bit of fuel out of it, either one, to make that hotter. Can't do that on an old engine like this, so we're just going to leave it exactly the way it is. It's looking really good, so let's put those plugs back in.
Okay.
I think we're just going to turn the O2 sensor on, and we'll run it again, and it's looks pretty darn good. Must be that Isky cam. Bad dude. So I did find, I thought, boy, that really is that's a pretty astronomically good number for what that is. I did find I had one setting set in here wrong, so it's probably about 40 horsepower high. So we're coming back. This will be an accurate number. So let's go ahead and start this up. Ready?
Yep.
Hit both this time.
Okay.
This is water pump.
Yep.
It says water. I say water. The carburetor, yeah. All right. Oh yeah, go ahead, just hit the black one.
This black one?
Yep. All right, go ahead and hit start. All right, hit the water pump. Okay. Now. All right. That's still really good. That's a little more what I figured it would be. So I made a grand total of 573. If we overload, or that was the previous one, I had a inertia corrections factors wrong, so it miscalculated it. So it was up there, but still makes yeah, I mean, it makes 573 horsepower. It just starts laying over up there, which is probably pretty common. We could probably well, let's look at their O2, see what our O2 says, to see if it worked properly. Oh, it goes rich. That's probably why it lays over a little bit up there. So this is pretty common. Disregard the first number. Those first ones really aren't a big deal. 12, 2, 12, 3, 12, 3, 12, 3, 12, 2. Then it starts going rich right up here. So the smaller number, the richer the engine.
Okay.
So as engines RPM, they require, it's not technically true. Well, they will run leaner. Let's put it that way. should run leaner or can run leaner. So it's going backwards. So it's actually using more fuel. So we can make some more horsepower here. I think we'll let's go in there, and these numbers look fine. Don't care about those two there. We might change a high-speed air bleed, which will change the jetting, which will keep. Usually, we'll keep this there and then make this a little bit leaner, and maybe we'll pick up just a little bit of horsepower, and then we'll be done.
All right.
All right.
Sounds like a plan.
Don't you think this is interesting, EJ?
I do think this is interesting.
See, so these are air bleeds. So how this works is remember I showed you that jet. So the jet sucks fuel from the bowl, sucks fuel through there, and then goes right up into this booster. Okay. So the fuel goes from here through this passage, through this booster, and then down into the engine. Okay. What you do is you make a air leak in that passageway, so it sucks a little bit of air at the same time as it's sucking fuel. Okay? If you didn't have any air bleed here at all, it sucks a lot of fuel and it goes really super rich. You put more air leak right there and it makes it lean up a little bit, but still sucks fuel. So it aerates the fuel by doing an air leak. Alright, so we'll take those little we'll take those out here. Now these are this is a 2-circuit carburetor, so it means it has idle air bleeds and then high-speed air bleeds, or main well air bleeds. If it's a 3-circuit carburetor, there'd be another set right here. It's getting in the weeds, don't worry about that. Almost all of this is getting in the weeds, so. Alright, you want to grab those little air bleeds right there, and you can start them in. As I just drop that into the carburetor. Okay. Dropped it.
Crisis averted.
Yes, crisis averted. Try not to drop it this
I
time.
know.
All right, now take these two out, and then we'll put the other two, those two in.
All right. I don't want to drop those.
Yep.
You stay there.
Yep.
These coming out.
Very good.
Both of these.
Yep. Water pump. Fuel pump. Start button. Alright, here we'll go back up to that 6,000. Right around there. Alright, go ahead. That made a little bit more.
Wow, look at
588. There's a little hiccup right there. That was not bad though. This looks real nice and broad, real general. So, peak torque is at 4,700. So typically peak power would be roughly 1,500 RPM after that. So it'd be 57 and 562. Yeah, so should be making peak power right about here. Let's look what our O2 sensor did. And there you go. See how we were at. So now it's a little lean right here, but I'm not worried about that. It doesn't really spend any time at 3,300 RPM. Then it's 12.9, 12.9, 13.0, 13.0, and then ends at 12.7 instead of 11.7. So leaned up, picked a little bit of horsepower up, and the curve is pretty flat, really. I mean, it was more than one full air fuel ratio point, so it was, it was basically 13 to 11.7, so that'd be 1.3 plus 11.7, 13. And now we're at basically 13 to 12.7, so only 0.3. So that's not bad. So the fuel curve's looking pretty flat. Well, I was really hoping it'd make 600 horsepower right there. Let's see. You want to put some timing in it? Yeah. You don't care. Yeah. Let's do it. Okay. All right. Let's just add. We'll add just like a couple degrees of timing. So we'll go in there. We'll hook up the timing light, and we'll just move the timing a little bit, just 2 degrees. Okay.
All right.
All right. Very good. I think we'll leave the fuel alone. See what it does. Like we could maybe add just a little bit of. We'd maybe add just a tick of jet, but air's pretty good right now. I think we'll just leave it. So it is nearly impossible to hurt these engines unless you run them out of oil or run them out of water. It's not like a boosted engine. Breaks because you looked at it wrong. You called it a bad name or something. Right. Whatever. We'll just loosen this up a little bit. So the way you're going to turn it is you're going to turn this thing counterclockwise because the rotation is clockwise. Woo! Obviously it didn't do that, so I saw the tack flipper or flicker a couple times there. Okay, so I went in there, readjusted the crank, or not the crank trigger, the RPM pickup for the dyno, so hopefully it won't glitch out like that again. Obviously, you must have gotten more comfortable at it because you really stabbed right into the throttle that time. That's all right. Okay. Dang. So, I mean, it picked up 8 horsepower, but it did come back out here just a little bit better. So, just a little bit higher RPM. So, it smoothed this out. So, it still picked up slightly, but pretty minimally. So, there's nothing left in timing. It is what it is. I think it makes 589 horsepower. And it's done. Okay. All right, it's done. All right, cool. All right, so, got anything else you want to do?
Anything else you want? I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
589?
Yeah.
Pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Pretty good. We were kind of guessing around 400.
No. No, it's really hard to make an engine make 400 horsepower nowadays. just good stuff. Good. I mean, it has not good heads on it. It's got some compression ratio. That would be, it's almost 11 to 1. So it has compression ratio. It's got a nice little rotating assembly. Good hydraulic roller cam. Good stuff on it. Like I said, the heads are good. Good carburetor. Good intake manifold. It's good general stuff. You know, I mean, and that's pretty much where they're gonna be. In that 550 to 600 horsepower area nowadays is pretty common. Stuff's just gotten better, you know. So, anyways, that's all I got.
Cool.
So,
thanks for teaching me the ropes.
Yeah.
And hey, I got a question. You ever let Tom run the dyno before?
No. All right, I'm Steve Morris. Like, subscribe. Remember, you got the Dewey shirts available for pre-order. Oh, I got long sleeve shirts because, as you can see, header burn. Really tired of header burns and stuff like that. So, and Kyle wore a long sleeve shirt to the track, and I thought, oh, that's really not that bad an idea. Really nice, light, airy shirt. So I have long sleeve shirts that are coming in also that are nice, airy, not polyester, so they don't melt and stick to your skin, but cotton still. So those are all cool. Appreciate everybody. Have a great day.